So this is the yogurt I have, the Cabot Greek yogurt. This is usually what I have for breakfast nowadays since I've been sick. It's just, I'm fine now, but I like the idea of having this for breakfast. Add a teeny tiny bit of sugar on the bottom, like maybe a third of a teaspoon of sugar. Put this here. And then I mix that. You don't need sugar. Well, you might. I don't need sugar. But I found that, a little bit makes it even better, so why not? I'm just trying to eat healthier without being on a strict diet, kind of like how I did in Belfast. Walnuts. And that's it. And this is what I have for breakfast when I'm just going to work and stuff. So good. So simple. I don't like honey, but if you do, you could probably add honey to it. I woke up like this. I didn't even. Yeah. Oh, that's good. So nice and refreshing. But let's get down to the start of the show. So I have the information on how to marinate this, or what I put in it on Instagram. But basically, it's crab lox with additional lemon peel. Like I put 2 lemon peels on the actual marinade. I also put fresh chili chopped up, but I didn't put chili on here because it does make it really spicy, and I just wanted it plain. And then on the bottom there's cream cheese, and then on top I put more lemon peel and dill. And then everything bagel. It's so good. It's so soft, like super soft. I toasted the bagels, but they got soft while I was setting up. Crab lox has been one of my favorite foods since I can remember, so maybe like 4 years old. My dad and my grandpa would make it pretty often for me and my sister and my dad. We're the only ones in our family that eat and love crab legs, weirdly enough. But hey, more for me. it's the law in Tennessee or Davidson County where we live, to have your dog leashed. And not only that, but it's a leasing rule in this apartment complex, which is a really rich apartment complex. by one of the dogs. And then this happened in like, by this time maybe 5 seconds had passed, which feels like forever. Like 5 seconds of fighting, actual fighting. If you had to watch your dog, your child, whatever is important to you, fight for even 5 seconds, and you were told like, I'm gonna put the stopwatch on, and you just can't do anything. 5 seconds is a freaking long time. But that's not all. So then I got bit. I keep trying to like still separate them because I'm like, I don't have time to feel this bite right now. I have to focus on my dog. And then the other dog grabs Rocky from here. He has a lot of fur here. Latches on. Will not let go of Rocky. Rocky's trying to like, you know, defend himself, but he's being grabbed from here. And it was the scariest thing I've seen, because I thought this dog has latched onto my dog's throat / skin. The owner finally gets in there, landslides to his dog, like the owner's on the ground grabbing his dog, pulling him away. Finally the dog unlatches, and that lasted for another 4 to 5 seconds. I want to say the fight lasted maybe 10 to 15 seconds, you know, which again is a long time when you're in the middle of it, but not a long time in a normal situation. So yeah, the dogs are separated. I'm bleeding everywhere on the ground, on Rocky. I'm just like I'm not scared of dogs. I'm not scared of dogs biting me. I will take a bite any day. I'm not scared of that. But I'm very scared now that another dog's gonna bite Rocky, and he's not gonna be so lucky because he didn't have a scratch on him. The dog had only grabbed the hair, I think, because I inspected it like a million times. So the owner was super apologetic. Of course, it was, you know, horrible situation. He made a mistake of letting his dog off leash. scared in the elevator.